Hello guys, welcome back to ESENtaxa. Andrea Papito here. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the RPF taxation 2022. So the RPF taxation in Italy is the taxation on physical person. So actually, you will be taxed when you become Italian fiscal resident with this tax rate or tax bracket. So in 2022, the Italian government basically, they updated a little bit, they cut a little bit the taxation, and today we have this kind of situation here. So if your income, your private income as a physical person, it's between 0 and 15,000 euro, you're gonna pay 23%. If it's between 15,000 euro and 28,000 euro per year, it's 25%. If it's between 28,000 and 50,000 euro, it's 35%. And if it's above 50,000, you're going to pay 43%. Now, don't freak out, don't be scared, because I'm sure you think that this is a high taxation. I'm sure you're thinking this is quite high. But in reality, there are some mechanisms, a lot of mechanisms to squeeze your taxation. Of course, first of all, the calculation when you have the tax bracket with this tax bracket system, which is in common with a lot of countries in the world, you don't pay like 43% if your income is bigger than 50,000 euros. So you don't pay 43% on all your income. But the tax bracket system makes you the calculation in a way that you're going to pay a sort of average between those brackets. So if for example, the first 50,000, you pay 23. And if you have a bigger salary, a bigger income, you pay basically 25 only on the second bracket, okay? So first of all, this 43%, if you have a bigger income, is not what you're going to pay, first of all. The second thing is that in Italy, you can reduce your taxes after the calculation and not before. I mean, you have also mechanisms to reduce your taxable income, like in the rest of the world, but in Italy, for example, you have this chance to first calculate your taxes through this tax bracket system, and then reduce your taxes, subtract against your healthcare expenses or refurbished expenses of your home. This is a classical situation that we have in Italy. And then we can reduce and squeeze quite a lot this tax. But as a foreigner, the best thing to reduce the taxes at the minimum level, something like that you're going to pay not more than 4% of taxes, is to apply for the Impetued regime. In this channel, we have talked a lot about the Impetued regime. It's a regime that allows you to exclude from taxation 70% of your income. So 70% of your income is excluded from taxation, and the rest will be taxed with this system, table system. What does it mean? It means that, for example, if you have earned in Italy like 100,000 euro, or if you want, you can say 100K, okay? Only 30K will fall in this table, in this system. And 30K basically means that you're going to pay an average between 23% and 25%, because 30K is just up to 28, so you're gonna pay 35% only on 2,000 euro. Between 15,000 and 28,000, you're gonna pay 25, and between 0 and 15,000, you're going to pay 23%. That's it. And if you relocate to the south of Italy through the Impetued regime, actually you're going to have a 90% deduction. So actually, if you earn 100,000K, you're going to reduce this by 90,000. 90,000 is tax-free, and only 10K will be taxed. So will be taxed in the RPF taxation. Keep in mind that the RPF taxation is the taxation for a physical person for any kind of business. Like if you are a self-employed who is running a business in Italy, if you are an employee, if you're receiving income from abroad, if you have a house under rent. There are some exceptions in which you can apply some flat taxes for certain cases, but most of the incomes goes to RPF taxation. And with the Impetued regime, with the employee type of income and with the self-employed type of income, you can reduce this income if for example, if you move to the south of Italy by 90,000, by 90%, so only 10,000 will be taxed in this tax bracket, which means actually be taxed at 23%. So 23% on 10,000 is just 2,300 euro, but 2,300 euro over 100K is actually paying only 2.3% of taxes. And if you think about this, in the worst case, you can pay with the Impetued regime as a foreigner who fulfill the requirement of the Impetued regime. You actually can convert this table in a way that the maximum taxable possible is 4.3%. Because if you have a deduction of 90% of your income, it makes this table, a calculation of this table, like this: 2.3%, 2.5%, 3.5%, and 4.3%. These tips, tricks, only on ESENtaxa. So if you want to know more about this Impetued regime, if you want to understand if you're eligible, because you are a certain kind of profile, you are a high qualified person, you have certain skills, you got a degree abroad, so there are certain constraints that you have to check before apply for this Impetued regime. But if you do, you're gonna have a huge tax discount. In the worst case, you're going to pay 4.3% of taxes. 4.3% of taxes is basically nothing. So actually, if you have an income of 500K and you apply the Impetued regime, you're going to pay taxes only on 50K. Okay? And then the maximum, so this means that when you pay taxes on 50K, you pay taxes like 43% on 50K, but on 500K is actually a fiscal pressure of only 4.3%. If you have any questions, write at ESENtaxa@gmail.com. In the description below the video, you will see our email, our Gmail contact. And for a consultation, also you will find in the description below the video our page with quotes and prices for a consultancy service, tax simulation with the Impetued regime versus other regimes and versus the ordinary one, in case you were not able to apply for the Impetued regime. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ESENtaxa, and notification bell and like button. And see you to the next video. Bye.